Today's key price. $0.00000064 BTT. Opening scene, the coin with many zeros. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we turn our spotlight to a very tiny hero, BitTorrent token, BTT. And when I say tiny, I mean microscopic. The current price is $0.00000064. Yes, count the zeros. By the time you finish, you might need a glass of water. Now, why should we even talk about a coin that looks like pocket change from another planet? Because sometimes, in crypto, small things grow wings. And sometimes, they just stay small forever. The question is, which path will BTT take? The origin story, from file sharing to blockchain. Let's rewind. Long before TikTok, when people downloaded music in secret, there was BitTorrent, a network that allowed millions to share files. In those days, it was the underground highway of the internet. Later, Justin Sun and the Tron Foundation jumped in and said, "Hey, let's put this giant network on blockchain and add a token called BTT." The idea? Use BTT to pay for faster downloads, storage, and decentralized services. Think of it this way. Netflix is your fancy restaurant, BitTorrent is your noisy street food market, and BTT is the currency you use to get extra fries on the side. Today's market mood. A sleeping giant or a lost cause? At $0.00000064, BTT looks more like a rounding error than an investment. Many traders scroll past it the way you scroll past broccoli memes. But others stop and think, what if this token wakes up? In the short term, some analysts believe BTT may continue drifting sideways, maybe dipping slightly lower. One forecast even warns it could fall near $0.00000048 in October. Not exactly the stuff of dreams. But then you hear the optimists. They say, hold on. BTT has a massive user base through the BitTorrent network. If adoption kicks in, the coin could climb. Predictions range from $0.000002 by 2025 to $0.00004 by 2030. Will that actually happen? Crypto has a funny way of making fools of everyone. Factors that could push BTT higher. Let's imagine the scenarios that could turn BTT from a sleeping dwarf into a crypto dragon. Adoption explosion. If BitTorrent services really start using BTT as their main currency, demand will grow. Imagine students in dorm rooms everywhere paying with BTT to speed up downloads. That's demand. Token burning. If the team decides to reduce supply by burning tokens, fewer coins in circulation could lift the price. Right now, BTT's supply is so massive it feels like trying to raise the level of the ocean with a teaspoon. Crypto bull run. When Bitcoin pumps, many altcoins pump in sympathy. BTT could ride the wave like a small boat behind a giant cruise ship. Partnerships and upgrades, a big announcement, like integration with major apps, could shock the market awake. What could hold BTT back? Of course, not every fairy tale ends with happily ever after. BTT faces some heavy chains. Huge supply, trillions of tokens are in circulation. To push the price up even slightly requires a mountain of demand. Market apathy. Right now, not many people are actively using BTT. Without usage, it risks becoming just another coin on the shelf. Crypto volatility. If the overall market turns bearish, BTT, being a small-cap coin, often gets hit the hardest. Competition. Many other coins offer similar or even better solutions for storage and sharing. BTT isn't alone in this race. Humor break. The coffee test hot beverage. Let's test BTT with something real. Suppose you buy 1 million BTT today. Sounds huge, right? You tell your friends proudly, I own 1 million coins. But in reality, that stash is worth about 64 cents. Not even enough for a decent coffee at Starbucks. Now imagine BTT doubles in price. Your million coins are now worth $1.28. Congratulations, you're a crypto millionaire. In the land of chewing gum. The psychology of cheap coins. Here's why people still get excited about BTT. The psychology of cheap coins. When a token has many zeros, investors dream. If this ever goes to just 1 cent, I'll be rich. But here's the catch. For BTT to hit even 1 cent, its market cap would need to surpass many of the biggest coins in existence. That's like expecting your pet hamster to win the Olympics. Possible? Maybe. Likely? Not really. Still, dreams drive markets. And in crypto, dreams sometimes become reality overnight. A classroom analogy. If I were teaching this lesson in a classroom, I'd ask, who thinks BTT is a lottery ticket? Who thinks it's a future star? Half the class would laugh, half would stay serious. And that's exactly how the real market looks right now. Long-term predictions. The crystal ball section crystal ball. Here's a taste of where different sources put BTT in the future. 2025. $0.00000070. $0.00000250. Depending on whether the market is bearish or bullish. 2030. $0.00004. Optimistic forecast. Short-term, weeks some expect small dips. Maybe down to $0.000000048, while others think it will hold steady. Translation. Nobody knows. Even the experts hedge their bets like nervous gamblers. Final thoughts. BTT's road ahead. So, where does that leave us? Today's key price is $0.00000064. In the short term, BTT may wiggle around these decimals like a fish in shallow water. In the long term, adoption and partnerships could change the story, but the supply problem remains huge. BTT is like that friend who always says, "Don't worry. One day I'll get serious about life." Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. But you keep watching just in case. For now, BTT is a coin full of possibilities, wrapped in zeros, waiting for a spark. Whether it becomes a hidden gem or stays a funny footnote in crypto history, only time will tell. Okay, thank you for watching this. Don't forget to subscribe and leave your comment below. Bye bye.